down. Let's talk about this Batman Beyond movie, man, because this was the news that popped out this morning that like had me going, dude, how is this not a thing? So hopefully it comes up here. So earlier today, we had the director and writer of Across the Spider-Verse, Patrick Harpin and PD Yuka Demirs. Sorry if I butchered that. They decided to let the world know what they pitched to Warner Brothers and essentially what Warner Brothers rejected from them. And that is an animated Batman Beyond movie. I think they deleted their tweet because it went too big. They weren't expecting this much love, but Warner Brothers, take a look at the love. So they revealed this concept art for a Batman Beyond movie that they pitched. And they said here also, before we pitched, they warned us there is absolutely no way we can do a Batman Beyond movie, but they loved our enthusiasm. We pitched the outline for the entire film, and what started as a never turned into a maybe. Maybe. First of all, that is weird that Warner Brothers just has that mindset already in them that's like, we're never gonna do a Batman Beyond movie, but you're welcome to try and convince us to give us that movie. It's like, I guess that's where the disconnect comes from, because all the people who are like executives and running, they're old farts, right? They must be in their 70s, 60s, never watch Batman Beyond, don't care for it. To them, it's just like a silly cartoon that happened. To a lot of us, Batman Beyond was the dang shiznits, right? And I don't use that word lightly because I just made it up right now, but Batman Beyond was spectacular. I loved this show as a kid, and the theme song. I'd probably get copy strike on YouTube if I play it, but that theme song is banging. Even the movie. If you're not familiar at all with Batman Beyond, and you're like, oh, I don't think I have time to watch a cartoon, watch the animated movie. It gives you everything you essentially need of Batman Beyond. Why Bruce Wayne decided to give him, who Terry McGinnis is, these future Batman villains, all this kind of stuff. It's such a cool gothic world of the future of Gotham, and it's like, it feels like it would be a no-brainer to make this movie. Yet Warner Brothers has canceled 2 Batman Beyond movies. Let's talk about this animated one, then I'll tell you about the live action one. So, looking at this art, first off, it is gorgeous. Like this right here. Ooh, this looks good. That Batman Beyond symbol, all the highlights, the futuristic Gotham, Batman Beyond there. This is I would be so happy with this art style in a Batman Beyond movie. Now, this one right here gives you the best idea of like what Terry McGinnis would look like as Batman Beyond. Even the villain they had in mind, which is Ink, a really cool villain in the series that, it's been a long time. I believe she's named Ink, so she has like these very gooey, basically like the T1000 or whatever, the liquid Terminator, right? But instead of metal, it's like ink. It's just a very morphin, gooey kind of villain, but she's really cool, really menacing, and she's had some cool story arcs in the cartoon. I wish I could remember her origin, but I don't even think they ever get into that. Either way, that's a cool villain for them to throw in there, and it gives you an idea of like the creative stuff they could do. Just seeing it right there, destroy that car and all her ink flying about and the spike going in. That is from the animated series, so that's pretty cool. You'll also immediately notice, whoa, this also looks a little too similar to Across the Spider-Verse, like especially if you bring up scenes. Okay, let's see here. Spider-Verse of Miguel O'Hara, 2099 Spider-Man. Scenes like that, yeah, it reads like it was literally pulled. Like look at this right here. That gives off the same vibe, does it not? Sorry. That gives off the same vibe. Just looking at this, looking at that. You can kind of see the similar inspiration in the background. Now, I don't think they do the comic thing of like, how in the Spider-Verse movies, they move at a comic pace. There's a lot of comic highlights in the background and things like that. Although Terry McGinnis' Batman Beyond now has comic runs, he started as an animated show. So I think you should embrace the animated side over the comic side for once in a comic book movie, right? But dude, I don't care if it's too similar to the Spider-Verse world. This looks good. I really like it. And they would have changed it up in production. That would have been one of the things Warner Brothers probably would have addressed. It's like, yes, we want Batman Beyond to be our answer to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and all that stuff, but we also don't want to copy them. We want to do our own different thing. So it would have gotten changed up. I still think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, again, they were told. It's like, well, maybe we'll see about it. And now it's no longer really up to Warner Brothers if they want to do this. It's up to James Gunn. And James Gunn has mentioned in the past he wants to do animated movies, animated shows, and he's willing to make those animated shows part of his DCU. I am going to say, though, I don't think I would want this part of the DCU, even if it's live action or animated. You know, the Batman lore has changed a lot since Batman Beyond came out. For the longest time, it was kind of like up in the air what becomes of Batman in the future, right? And although this is a really cool version of that, right? Because Batman Beyond, let's look up Bruce Wayne. Because again, if you don't know much about Batman Beyond, it's essentially Bruce Wayne. It's old man Bruce Wayne. He's still being Batman. He's just gotten more advanced, right? He's wearing this suit that's, I don't want to say like Iron Man, but it has a lot of capabilities. He can fly with it. He can turn invisible with it. He's got all these gadgets. It's sleek. It looks awesome. But the opening of the movie and the show, it's like he's old. He like pulls a gun on a criminal, and he's like, yeah, that's when I'm giving up. When I pull a gun to save my life, that's when I don't need to be Batman anymore because I can't handle it. And then he decides to look for a replacement, which is this kid right here, Terry McGinnis. Really cool kid, and he just kind of trains him. Batman stays in the cave and gives him all the information through the comm system, and Terry is almost kind of Spider-Man-ish in terms of personality, where he's very loudmouth, jokey, quips and all that, and it makes sense. He's a teenager. But for at one point, this was kind of like the idea of a possible future for Bruce Wayne. Things have changed now. You know, Bruce Wayne now has Damian Wayne. He's got Nightwing, Dick Grayson. There's a lot of people that can take up the mantle now. And in the DCU, with James Gunn obviously wanting to do the Damian Wayne story, Batman, Brave and the Bold, I don't know if Batman Beyond should be the canon fate for Bruce Wayne. I prefer Batman Beyond to be more of an Elseworlds story, a possibility of what Bruce Wayne's future could be if he maybe just didn't continue with his Bat family. If Bruce Wayne, you know, although we like him and he's a badass Batman, he's kind of a dick. He's a really bad family man. He's not good at keeping up with relationships, especially this version, I believe, is supposed to be the animated Batman series. And, I mean, that's the version that punches Dick Grayson and turns him into Nightwing because they get into a fight. So this is like the world where Bruce ends up alone and, you know, is left like that. Because if not, in the other context, I would like Damian to take up the mantle. Or I'd like Dick, Nightwing, Robin, that to take up the mantle with Damian for a little bit. Pass it on. Things like that. Either way, I'm getting sidetracked here. Sorry, it's just my personal belief, but you guys could feel differently. Elseworld is still awesome, though. A lot of great. DC is great with their Elseworld, and I feel like this, standalone, not connected to anything, just basic idea of who Batman is. He gets old, needs to find a replacement in the future, and then we could see a bunch of cool futuristic versions of Batman villains or other things like that, like his own villains, like Inc. So, you know, why does Warner Brothers not want to do this? This isn't the first time a Batman Beyond movie has come up. There has been in the past Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton. They were floating it around for a long time. It was rumored that a Batman Beyond movie starring Michael Keaton was planned if The Flash did well. If The Flash turned out being a success, because I think it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of people that hate it, but I don't blame you. If it was a success financially and critically, Batman Beyond movie was around the corner, and I wish. But at the same time, I don't think it would have been what we would have liked it to be. Seeing the direction Warner Brothers was in and the slot mess, I would not have wanted a live-action Batman Beyond movie like that. I would have loved Michael Keaton to be old man Bruce Wayne, because to me that fits perfectly. But again, I feel like it should be an Elseworld story. Just don't connect to anything. Give us the idea that this is the Tim Burton Batman and all that, or not. You know, just make him. It would have worked, but that obviously didn't work out. And now it's up to James Gunn, and I'm pretty sure James is going to approve this movie, whether it's with this creative team or somebody else, right? It probably will end up being somebody else, because this is very rare, where, you know, you get your work put out there, you beg for the job, and you get the job. Sometimes it works, a la Deadpool, that test footage leaked. But I bet if it was Ryan Reynolds who came out and said, "Hey, look at this world, we should make the movie," probably wouldn't have happened. But since it was an anonymous leak, it got made. Here, I mean, I don't know. It's probably a death sentence now that you released it to the world. But hopefully the viral buzz and like this tweet went crazy. What's it at now? Let me see the view count on this thing, because it must be insane. they are probably gonna like take that into consideration and be like, oh, a lot of people actually want 8.8 million views. Oh yeah, dude, 172,000 likes, and my TikTok of it is about to hit 1 million views. Like a lot of people are interested in this, and hopefully James is paying attention, Warner Bros is paying attention. Make this movie, okay? You might have not have grown up with him, but a lot of us did. And dude, this could be such peak. Please make it, WB, please. All right, that's my rant on that.